Hey, it's Heather here. I get on here and vlog, talk about things that I'm going through. Yesterday's video was me opening up some Christmas gifts that I got from my parents that they stuck in my mailbox. And my daughter texted me and told me because they took temporary custody of her last year, and I've been trying to get her back, and my life has just been shit to a degree. But, yeah. Anyway. And I'm doing a vlog every day until the end of September because that's a goal that I set for myself. And I battle depression and stuff like that, or I just battle depression, which I've always lived with depression. And then I don't know necessarily if it's really living with depression or if it's just sad because of the circumstances that I grew up in and the life that I had, in all honesty. Sorry, my leg's itching. But, oh my god. I just got done walking my dogs and I think a mosquito bit me. But anyways, yesterday's video I was very angry. Oh, I was so angry because you're going to give me Christmas gifts, after Christmas. And not just after Christmas, but even after New Year's. And then the gifts that you gave me, if you got them when I think you did, in all honesty, which I'm not sure when you got them. You might have actually got them before Christmas. They might have been sitting up under the Christmas tree. And as a matter of fact, they might even be the same gifts that you tried to give me on Mother's Day or after Mother's Day. Or was it after or before? After Mother's Day, I guess, or no. What did she give me? I can't even remember what my baby got me, if she got me anything. She might have got me a card. I can't even remember. I think she got me a card. She might have got me this, and that might have been all that, and I might have even asked her if she picked it out and stuff. And I got to thinking about that, and I got to kind of regretting because I got a candle and this candle warmer that's electric that you plug up, and I was like, shit, if my kid picked it out, because when I pulled it out yesterday, I was like, this is so stupid, because that is the thing with my parents. My parents have always thought that I have the education of nil, like I'm as dumb as a gnat, I have no education whatsoever, even though they visibly see that I can write my name, and do math, and, and read, and all this, I just grew up with a very narcissistic mother, a sociopath dad, I guess, for as far as I can tell and stuff, who's probably as bipolar as I don't know what and everything. And so my life has just been hell, and that's the reason, and then I end up hanging out with people that their life has been hell too. And then usually it's that's how we go about sitting around and complaining, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And I even do that in my videos, and I don't want to do that. I want to be happy. I want to be this successful person. I want to, move on. I want to raise my kid. I want my kid back home. I want all the good, but holy shit, figuring out how to get it when your resources are cut down to shit, and you have nothing, you just can't. Life just... You can, I guess, if you keep trying and you keep having patience and hope and everything, but Jesus, how much faith and hope and patience do you have to have? And then, on top of, yesterday's video, I was very, aggressive, kind of, and angry, and that's about as, that's pretty close to how angry I normally get when I get upset or whatever. But, anyways, okay, I haven't put this out here really or whatever because I've been trying to stay positive. That's really hard up under the circumstances that I'm living up under and everything, and I'm trying to make my circumstances better. And I really am. I'm trying the best that, it's I'm trying the best I can with everything I am. Don't you know, nobody's perfect. And it's like a lot of people do tend to get that, or whatever, to a degree and stuff, but there's people that apparently don't get that and everything. And I have a really bad issue with them, because of that. Like, not any other reason, but just because of that, And it's really upsetting and really, just. But getting on here and making a YouTube video every day, and setting that weird type, outlandish, or whatever type, just goal for myself is a lot, And it's not easy, it's not easy to sit down here and talk every single day. It is to a degree because I'm venting, and I'm getting stuff off my chest, off my shoulders or whatever. I'm just, and that way I feel better and stuff. But to keep the routine of doing it, it's a little kind of, it's a little hard, And apparently, instead of it making, a splash, if you will, in a good way, there's a lot of people that, are apparently pissed off about it. And that's okay, you be pissed off about it. But last I checked, I can do this, I'm not doing anything illegal uploading a video every day. And if you want to get mad about it, because I was sent, is the best way to word it, thanks YouTube, and that's another thing too. Social media, even YouTube, they pull at you if they feel like they can, It's all a science experiment. And that is constantly going on, especially with social networking, but that is constantly going on everywhere. Everything is a science experiment. And it's ridiculous and it's absurd, or it's a psychology experiment, and that's another thing too. I mentioned that my dog, Una, in yesterday's video, that she hasn't had the best life, because she hasn't had a yard to play in, and then there's been times that I've jerked the leash, or whatever, to pull her back and stuff like that, because she just wouldn't fucking stop trying to get whoever or do whatever or get away and stuff, and I regret doing that. But I seen this video and it was like, the worst thing that you can do is kick the dog, or something, and it just made me think, oh my God, because I didn't put out there exactly what, my dog's bad life is, and her bad life is not having a yard to run around in, me having to jerk the leash so damn hard that, like, I feel bad about it, but it's the only way I could maintain and control her, because she is a very, she's like me, but she has a quicker, like a shorter fuse. I have a fuse that can go for years, miles, whatever. This dog doesn't have a bad fuse, but if something happens, that any dog typically, she has like the typical to a degree type thing. That's just like my neighbor that I used to have, that used to scream at her and stuff. Like, she'd scream at her, for 2 and 3 times, and about that 3rd or 4th time, boy, my dog wanted to rip her a new one. You get what I'm saying? Like, because the woman would get that close to my dog's face, my dog's behind the fence, and scream at my dog, And I mean, hell, I can't even do that to my dog. I don't even know anybody that would want to do that to their dog, Now, Bonsai, one time, when he was home, I got in his face and he growled at me, but I kind of laughed it off, in all honesty, to a degree. But he growled at me, but I knew he was going to before I did it. But I was like, I'm so mad, I was like, how dare you, I've had it, like getting on to him, like. And he just, and I was like, don't you growl at me, you get your butt in the cage right now, But, anyways, my dogs don't have the best life, and I can't take them to the vet as often as they need to go, but I take them enough, and everything. But they, It's just like anything, you know. Poor people having pets, you know. And then there's been all this shit about poor people shouldn't have pets that I've read and heard and shit over the years. And it's like, okay, well, then let's, you know, because a lot of rich people don't want pets, you know. Or if they do, they want your pet after you're a poor person and you've trained your pet. But they don't want the stray, you know, or the stray puppies that they found on the side of the street that, you know, I mean, hell, I took in a cat. You know, my mom took it in. Technically, it was around my birthday, and my cat had went missing, and my other cats had died, and just all kinds of bad shit was happening to my pets and everything. Like, pretty sure 2 of them was antifreeze poisoned and stuff, and then I had these kittens that my friend gave me trying to take care of, and they ended up dying in like just a couple hours because they was being eaten alive by maggots. And my mom seen me cry over it and everything, so she felt bad is the best way to word it. So on my birthday that year and everything, because I mean, you know, they have, like, they're my parents, they're not all bad, you know. If they were, I wouldn't be who I am. But they still, God, Jesus Christ, putting themselves ahead of everything. And even her taking the cat, you know, she took it from our mechanic, or well, not our mechanic, but still he's kind of like the family mechanic. And, because I've known him since I was like yay high, like 2, 3, or whatever. But anyways, she went to have her car looked at. And while he was there, he's like, hey, you like cats? And she's like, no, not really. And he's like, well, I have a cat, you know. And he's like, I don't know what to do with it because I don't like cats and I'm allergic to them or whatever. And she's like, oh, well, I'll take it, you know. And she got the bragging rights, you get what I'm saying, of being this great savior of this cat or whatever. But anyway, so she brought it home to me, and it was like around my birthday or a day or two after. And she's like, hey, I got something for you, you know, kind of, but it's for all of us. And we're probably not going to keep it, you know. And when she said that, I was like, really? Around my birthday? I was like, you're going to bring a cat home on my birthday and tell me I can't have it after my cats have died? What? You know. And she's like, well, let's just see. Let's just see. And so we gave him a bath, and he was covered in oil. We thought he was a black cat. He turned out to be solid white. Named him Neo. But, anyways, in yesterday's video, I was just really angry and stuff. But back to the whole YouTube thing. So I'm scrolling through my suggested feed and my videos, and somebody shot a video back in December, and they're like, oh, you know, hi, I'm going to make a video every day. They're like, and I was just like, okay. And then at the end of their video, though, they kind of do this little thing where they're like, you know, I have nothing against this and that and everything. And I was just like, okay, you know, and then I was like, and I don't understand why. I mean, I guess when, you know, if they watched one of my videos, you know, and I said that, and they're just like, you're funny, or you're stupid, or whatever their judgment is of me, you know. And I'm just like, why do you have to have a harsh judgment of me? But then again, I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinions, but obviously this person has a harsh judgment of me is the best way to word it. And even if it's not like harsh bad, it's still just like a judgment, you know. And like, they're somebody that, you know, has like YouTube fame, if you will, you know, to a degree and stuff and everything. And I'm just like, really? Here we go again. Like, what are y'all doing to me, you know? Like, because I made a video talking about how people are doing that before, and it's like it just null, you know, it just stopped. It just, and I was like, thank God, you know, or at least it did for as far as I knew. And YouTube wasn't sending me the suggested videos of these people, you know, or whatever and stuff. And then like my own, you know, coincidences, and that's like me with the candle and all that yesterday, and the fire alarm went off, and then they bought me a candle, and I've been lighting candles the past few nights, you know, and everything. But I don't know. I don't know. But whenever he said that one-liner, you know, oh, I'm going to do a YouTube video every day. Now, I don't know. I haven't watched everybody's YouTube, and I probably would die trying to, you know, to see if there's somebody else out there that makes a YouTube video every day. But for as far as I understand, and the normality is like, you know, once every couple of days, or once a week, or every 2 weeks, or a month, or every year, you know. I don't know anybody else that has, you know, put out a YouTube video every day for a year, you know. And it's not even to be unique as much as it is to keep my sanity intact, because I cannot get to the counselor. I mean, I probably could ask my friend Jen, but I don't ask her for so much, I feel like. So I don't want to bombard her. And then she's like a very busybody type person, like always on the move, always on the go. And then she's kind of like joking here lately, because I think she's kind of picked up on me being like, you know, why, you know, this, like, why, because, like, it's like, why when she goes out somewhere does she not text me and be like, hey, I'm going out here, you want to come along, you know, and stuff like that. And I mean, I get not doing that all the time, but, like, you know, kind of figuring, you know, that maybe I need groceries or something like that, and instead I have to, like, reach out to her. And that's cool and everything, because that's teaching me to be more responsible, if you will, on that aspect to a degree. Which, in all honesty, though, if I just had a fucking car, I would just hop in the car and go, you know. But she's like, oh, I'm scatterbrained, you know, and this and that. And the other night, oh my god, it was fucking hilarious. I ain't even gonna lie, this was just 2 nights ago, I think, because in the video I was like, yeah, I gotta get off here and I gotta drive my friend to the store. And, oh my god. So, we get in the car, and I'm like, and we live next to a store, okay? But it's night, so it's dark outside. But I don't even know, you know? Like, it was hilarious. So we get in the car, and I'm fixing to pull out, and, like, there's 2 other stores that we go to, you know, when we go to the store or whatever around here where we live. And I was like, what store are we going to, you know? And she's like, ah, shit, you know? And I'm like, what? And she's like, this store over here is still open, ain't it? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, well, shit, you know? And she's like, well, I guess just drive me over there. And she's like, God, you know? And she's like, that's really stupid, you know? And she's like, I could have just walked, you know? And I was like, oh my god, you forgot the store next to us was still open. And she's like, yeah. And, like, I couldn't stop laughing at her. Like, that was the funniest thing to me. Like, I was like, oh my god. So you literally came and picked me up for nothing to drive you, you know? And, like, literally her driveway leads into my driveway. So, you know, but she drove her car, you know? And, like, I was just like, oh my god. I was like, you know, and I was like, how much have you, you know, like, she's like, I'm not that bad, you know, and everything. And I was just like, oh Lord Jesus. But it was hilarious. Oh, it was so funny. So literally, I got in the car for like maybe 2 minutes just to circle it right back around. But I wasn't even gonna, you know, put that in a video. But yeah, like, I thought about it yesterday, but then I got wrapped up in everything else, if you will. I got wrapped up in the Christmas gifts. But yeah, so I regret, you know, how angry I was yesterday and everything. I regretted it as soon as I got done. Well, about 2 hours after I got done shooting it, because I was like, shit. And I was like, there's people out there that don't even get Christmas gifts. At least they got me something, you know. And then I'm like, wait, is that what they got me on Mother's Day and I didn't accept it or whatever? Because, like, I think it might be because I think there was a bag and it had the card in it. I opened the card and I was like, "Did you pick this out?" And she's like, "No," or something. My kid was. This was when I was still going to visitation. And she was like, "No." And I was like, I just like set it aside and pushed it aside and was like, "I don't want it then." Because, it's the thought that counts. And yes, it's the thought that counts, but if the thought is coming from my parents on Mother's Day and they took custody, temporary custody of my kid, that's like a backhanded insult if I've ever seen or heard of one, you know? Like, you're a shitty mom, in my opinion, so we're gonna take your kid from you on fucking New Year's, but we're gonna give you Mother's Day gifts, Here you go. What? Like, they make no sense to me. They make no sense to me at all, It's like this backwards, hillbilly, narcissistic, manipulative love shit that I'm caught in. That's this sticky goop that I keep trying to fucking get out of. And, me and my kid were about out of it, Like, when we were still together, it's like, and it's like, and they pulled my kid back, and it's just like, and so now I'm stuck back in it, and I'm like, help, and I'm like trying to get back out of it. And it's like they keep pulling me back. And that's the whole reason that they took custody of my kid. It's not that they're worried about her well-being. I don't give a shit who they tell what, or, who they tell what. Yeah. Or who they tell, whatever to. I don't give a shit. It's all lies. I know them too well. It's all lies. They're not worried about my daughter's well-being, okay? Not in the sense of her being home with me, okay? They're not worried about that. They're not worried about how bad her life is. Because if they were, then when I had the money 3 damn years ago to get my kid a bed, they would have took me to the furniture store to pick out a bed for her. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're not worried about that. They're worried about themselves, about their appearance to the outside world. And their appearance was getting stripped from them because I, the dumb child, was becoming independent. I was making way for myself and my child and our family. And they can't handle that. And so anybody that's like with them, like I've stated before, if you're with them on any sort of level, then you're against me. Just stay the fuck away from me. But back to the whole YouTube thing, or whatever. I seen that video that was in my feed, and somebody shot a video in December, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a video every day," and they're just being like a smart ass and saying it, and I'm just like, I'm just like, really, and I'm like, why, and then, maybe there are other people that shoot a video every day, or maybe somebody started out the new year and they're like, hey, I'm going to shoot a video every day, because I'm cool like that, or whatever, their reason is, or they're like me and they're like, I'm depressed and I'm trying to stay sane and I need somebody to talk to because I talk to my kid every day, or most of the time, or at least it was a hi and a I love you and do you have homework and let's get it done and eat supper and let's go to bed and don't forget to walk the dogs, like stuff like that. But Jesus Christ, to go from that to not talking to nobody, other than like coworkers when I was still at work that just wanted to cause drama, or wanted to talk about the things that they were doing that they shouldn't be doing. It's the best way to word it. And I'm not talking like, well, one thing is pretty, yeah. But I'm just talking about like, just stuff that like, you instinctively know to not do, which, I mean, granted, I'm not perfect, and I do stuff, I guess you'd say, that's like me quitting my job. Instinctively, technically speaking, logically, my mind's like, no, don't quit your job, but my emotions are like, I'm going to kill myself if I don't. I have to, I'm sorry. Y'all are driving me insane, y'all are asking me to do more work than I need to be doing, y'all are stressing me out, I'm done stressed out. And I don't know what it is about a job, but you can go into a job and you can be like, I'm a stressed out person. So just let me do my one job and I'll do it. And other than that, leave me the fuck alone. Yeah, if I do something wrong on the job, yeah, you can scold me, get on to me for that one thing that I've done wrong or whatever, or that one position that I've not fulfilled. But other than that, leave me the fuck alone. And for some reason, it doesn't happen like that. For some reason, it's like, no, I have to talk to you. I have to tell you this. I have to, and you're just like, God, Jesus Christ, and you're like, can you stay after work? Can you this? Can you that? And I don't mind staying after work because it's more money in my pocket. I really don't. I actually kind of enjoy it. I don't know why. I always have. That's like, because I guess that's more of who I am than who I'm not, because that's the way that I've always done, like, major housework, like moving almost every 2 years with my kid. It's like, yeah, let's hop up and let's bleach the walls and clean them down and scrub the carpet and this and that. And I mean, I would work for like 3 days with just breaks long enough to piss, shit, and eat. You get what I'm saying? And the rest of the time, I'm in the same raggedy clothes that I've had on, trying to get this done, and then when I get it done, then it's like, oh, the ultimate rest, and everything like that. So I don't mind, working after I'm supposed to done be home most of the time. And even when I think I'm going to, and when my boss or my manager, that's like the last time I worked over, as a matter of fact, she's like, she come up to me and she's like, hey, and I done knew. I was like, oh God, no. And she's like, want to stay after until so-and-so gets here? And I was just like, no. And she's like, well, and I was like, okay, and I was like, I don't want to, but I guess I will. And she was only going to have me stay like 2 hours later until this one person got there. Well, this person got there, and then for the next 3 hours, I'm like, can I go home? Can I go? They're here. They're here. They're here. Can I go home? Can I go home? And she's like, well, wait. And what it was is they was shorthanded. And so by the time the 3 hours had passed, because she was like, well, wait. Wait a little while longer. And everything. She wouldn't say it. She wouldn't come out and say it. So I'm like asking people, I'm like, how many people do y'all normally have on this shift this day, of the week? And they're like, oh, we're missing a bunch of people. And I was like, okay, it makes sense now. And I was like, oh my God. But I just about pulled a double, which I've done a few times before, like my first job or whatever. Like, I pulled a double, I think, like once or twice, or I came close to it, but I think I pulled a double like once or twice. I can't remember, in all honesty, but I don't mind staying, it makes me feel good to help. And that's one thing about me. Everybody's like, you're a team player, and you're so hardworking, and you're a team player. And I'm like, nah, shit, and I'm like, I know this, so could you just, and then that's even my job that I quit and putting in an application trying to get it back. It's like, would you just hire me back, because I guarantee you, like, if it fucking snows in the next month or two and you can't get nobody over there, and I'm within walking distance, and you're like, but it has to be open, we're this store and we have to be open regardless, whether we're cleaning and there's not enough crew to have, food going out or whatever, you have to be working, And granted, I might be 5 or 10 minutes late, I might even be 30 minutes late, okay? Because I'm stressed the fuck out. But I will be there, damn it, when I say I'm going to be there, unless I fall between here and there and break my leg or something, I will fucking be there. That's one thing about me, is I'm reliable as hell. I might not be punctual, but damn it, I'm reliable. But anyways, my punctuality went towards kids, okay? So I have no punctuality when it comes to other shit most of the time, okay? Like, literally, like, I remember one time my parents brought my daughter a bike for her birthday. Like, they bought her one, brought it over, like, I don't know, a week or two before or after, or hell, I don't remember. It was weird. Because we were just like kind of minding our own business, and they're like, "Hey, we got something for Ava," and I'm like, "Okay," and I'm like, "You realize that's the reason we had a birthday party?" And they're like, "You want me to bring it over?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." So I tell Ava, I'm like, "They got something for you. I don't know what." And I guess they felt bad for her because her bike was small, but she could have still rode it for another year. And me and my husband was thinking about, but whatever. They wanted to go ahead and jump the gun. That's the way they've always been, because they have more money than I do, so they want to get the best of the best, all the time, because my best is never good enough, $40 toy, and three $20 toys, and, some $10 toys, that ain't enough for a kid, in their opinion, it has to be the cream of the crop, the best of the best. But then even that, the best ain't the best, But anyway, so they brought her bike over. And my niece, bless my baby's heart. Oh, my baby. Oh, I still see it. It broke my heart. Like, I don't know why she was so clumsy that day. I don't know if she was sleepy. I think she was. Because if I remember correctly, she stayed, and then within like 3 hours, like, she was asleep. And when her mom came to pick her up, she was gone. I think she stayed there. I don't know. She used to spend the night with me so much. Literally, she would be with me for a week sometimes. Like, and I was just like, I have a second kid, like, and I was like, this is great, because it's my niece. But then there's the days that I was like, well, I want her mom come and pick her up, because, like, literally, like, I'd ask my niece, you want to go home? And then I'd be like, hey, when are you coming to get her? And my sister would be like, oh, can she stay one more night? And I'm like, yeah, I guess, But I actually enjoyed it a lot. I love my nieces. But, my niece, like, my oldest niece, she got to spend the night a lot. My youngest niece, she's still so little, she's hardly ever got to, spend the night or anything. I actually kept her one day, and that's the thing, too. Like, my parents act like, I don't know, but I actually kept her one day after we went to this thing, and she didn't want to stay. It was, like, at the church, and there was a water slide, and she went down it, and she was scared of it. So I was like, you want to come hang out with Auntie Heather, And she's like, yeah, and I'm like, you can play in the sandbox, you can do this, you can do that, we can watch movies, this and that and everything. And this child literally played doctor with my dog Clarabelle sitting on the couch for like 3 hours. It was fucking adorable. It was precious as hell. Like, and Clarabelle is such a good dog with babies, Now, granted, if you come in, but I came in, plus, I mean, it's my niece, so I guess, they can sense that or whatever and stuff. But Clarabelle is just a gentle giant. She really is. And, like, she's laying there, and my niece is, like, putting the little bandages on her arm and tapping her on the head with this and that and, like, pulling her eye up and looking in her eye. And this dog is just sitting there taking it, because this dog realizes that she's little and she's a baby, and she's just like, do whatever. As long as you're not hurting me, I don't care, And it was the most adorable thing. But anyways, so back to my oldest niece, and my parents bringing the bike out there, and they had my oldest niece with them and stuff. This baby fell 3 times within 15 minutes out in the, like, parking area where I used to live. And literally, the last time she hit the ground, I picked her up within 2 seconds. And I was sitting away from her. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, at least a good 3-4 feet away from her. And 2 seconds after she spilled, she fell or whatever, I was picking her up, And I remember I kept running back in the house and getting the Band-Aids and the Neosporin and doctoring her and rocking her and, oh, baby, you know, and all that and everything. And my parents were like, my God, what's wrong with her? You know, why does she keep falling like that? You know, and all kinds of shit and everything. But bless it. It was so little. But my punctuality has went more towards children than anything, you know. So excuse me if my punctuality's kind of lick on everything else. It's kind of just, you know. But, one other thing I wanted to say about the YouTube stuff and all that or whatever. If you are a YouTuber and you see my videos, you can, I don't know how else to put it other than if you have a problem with me, you can talk directly to me. You can look me up on Facebook just like everybody else can. I don't care. Go create a fake fucking account with no picture. I don't even have to know who you are, which granted, if it becomes harassment, then yes, I will block your ass, you know. But if you have something to say to me, you can say it directly to me, you know. You can type in my name on Facebook, it'll pull me up. I have a picture, you know, or whatever of myself, you know. And, like, you can talk to me. You can send me a message through Messenger. You can tell me, you know, if you feel that you need to tell me something hateful, which I would hope that you wouldn't feel you need to, but to each their own to a degree. But like I said, you know, if you keep saying hateful stuff or harassing me, then yeah, I'm going to block you. But, you know, if you want to talk to me directly, you can do that, you know. And if you want to say something nice to me, you can talk to me directly, you know, through Facebook Messenger. Or you can even probably, like, you know, figure out, like, I don't know, some other way to communicate with me, whether it's comments or, you know, I don't know if it shows an email address for me on this or if I have to give that or whatever, but even at that, I don't check email that often, I'll be honest. It would just be better to do Facebook Messenger and talk to me through that and everything. But if you have something to say to me, then say it to me, you know? And I'm not saying to call me out in your videos or anything, which, I mean, I guess you could do that if you wanted to, as long as you're not being hateful. But then again, I really kind of don't want that, to be honest, you know? And I don't know why this is happening, you know? Other than just, it's like an inside joke and it's like it's funny and stuff, and I get it, you know, and I get that you might feel that way. And then that's other people too, other people that are putting out messages that seem like they are towards me, you know, but then there can be generalized too and all that and everything. But if you have something that you want to say directly to me, then say it directly to me. I'm not gonna get, like, it's not like I'm you know, Miss Thing up here where I fucking live and, like, dang on, somebody's gonna write me that's, like, you know, a halfway decent YouTuber or, you know, even a famous YouTuber, if you will, you know, and I'm gonna be like, oh my God, guys, you know, and I'm gonna, like, connect with everybody that I've ever came into contact with and be like, oh my God, we are the best of friends. Like, no, bitch, you just wrote me, okay? We don't, you know, like, friendship develops over time, and that's like one of my subscribers that I actually did get talking to and everything. Sweetheart, like, just a sweetheart of a person. Friggin' adore her, like, you know, and everything. And I would consider us, you know, acquaintances still, but kind of on the verge of, like, friendship, if you will. But then again, friendship, and I mean, hell, here I am friends with Jen. Jen helped me get my license, even though she kind of, like, she let me drive her car 3 times. She let me go to take a driving test, and she was even in the car with me, and she's like, oh, you know, she's like, don't be surprised if you don't get it on your first try. Most people don't, you know, and it was kind of discouraging. I ain't even gonna lie, and I was just like, you know, and I was like, I'm done discouraged enough, because I was, like, driving up there, and I was like, it'll be okay if I fail, because I'll just keep trying again, and again, and again, you know, because my parents didn't take me, like, I went three or 4 times over fucking 12 years, you know, to try and get my license, because that's how often my parents take me. And so I'm like, it's okay, you know, and you'll bring me back, right, Jen? You'll bring me back, right? Like, if I fail, you're not going to be like my parents and be like, okay, you failed, can't bring you back for 3.5, 4, 5 years, you know, you're screwed, you're shit out of luck. I was like, you're not going to do that to me, Jen, right? You know, and I'm like talking to myself out loud, and she hears me, and she's just like, yeah, you know, she's like, it's okay if you don't get it your first time and stuff like that. But, like, as I'm getting out, you know, and, like, everything, she's like, you know, well, you know, it's okay if you don't get it and stuff. And when I got out of the car after doing the driving test, she's like, well, you know, kind of like, let's go, you know, like she thought she done knew that I failed, and instead I passed. And I was like, I passed, you know, and she's like, well, you know, and I was like, I know, you know, I was like, hell yeah, you know. But, anyways, if somebody needs to talk to me or feels that they need to direct a message towards me, you know, then they can message me on my Facebook Messenger. It's that simple. But I don't want to have any problems with anybody, and I'm sorry if me shooting a YouTube video every day is somehow problematic to you, you know. And if it is, hell, talk to me about it. Tell me why you think it's problematic to you. You know, tell me what you think the problem is with it and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Part of me would like to, get into this whole YouTube thing to a degree and get it off the ground and, like, maybe do videos and learn editing and, like, get a computer so that way I can edit. Granted, I have a computer, but it's my kids, and it's, like, old as shit, and, like, I don't have internet, and I don't have Wi-Fi. The only internet I have is through my phone. But right now, my biggest priorities is getting my damn kid back, you know. And then even at that, like, I don't know how things are going to go here in the next few months, you know. It's like there's a part of me that just wants to curl up, give up, which is what my family wants me to do, and be like, yes, you're right, and just go back to living with them and up under their thumb and their ways, which if I do that, I might as well throw my driver's license away because they won't give a shit that I have it, other than to drive them to the doctor, you know. And I can't. I don't know what the future holds for me, you know, and everything. Because I'm out of work, and granted, I done paid this month's bills. Well, kinda. I still got one to pay, but I've done subtracted it from the amount of money that I got left. But everything's, tightening up, I guess, you know, and everything. Everything's coming to a head, you know, and it's like, what's gonna come of it, you know. And I wrote one of my ex-bosses last night, which I always planned on going back to this job if they'd let me and stuff, because I really liked this job and everything. But I wrote one of my ex-bosses and was like, hey, you know, and he hadn't even looked at the message. And I'm just like, oh, he's bitter, I reckon, because where I unfriended almost everybody on my Facebook. But it's like, dude, I put up a post, and I was like, hey, if you want to stay my friend, like the post. That's all you gotta do. Just hit the like button. You didn't hit it, so in game, you know. But anyways, I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. Like I said, you know, if you need to talk to me, you know, on any terms or whatever, I guess you'd say, you know, hit me up on my Facebook Messenger. You know, if you are somebody battling depression or suicidal thoughts, or just having like a really sucky ass life, kind of like what I do to a degree, you know, or you need somebody that you feel like will understand or get it or whatever, you know, I'm here to talk to. Oh, that's another thing too. I get that there's probably a bunch of people that are just watching this that are like, you know, making fun of, but they're not putting comments. And then there's probably a bunch of other people that are watching this as a science experiment. You know, it's like, ooh, you know, in psychology, and let's figure her out and all this and everything. And I mean, if you want to do that, that's on you, is the best way that I can think of to word it. Because if you're going to just study me from afar and come up with all these opinions and all these theories about me, you know, psychologically speaking or whatever, just because of me doing YouTube videos and stuff. To each their own, but just know that I frown upon it is the best way I can think of to word it, because unless you actually know me and understand me and sit down and talk with me and all that, then you're never going to get me, you know. And then even at that, you're never going to get anything anyways 100%, and you need to understand that, like, from any point of view, because perception is different, you know. And they're just like that saying, there's many different versions of you out there in everybody's eyes, because everybody does have a different perception. Granted, our perceptions can be similar, like, you know, for instance, oh, don't touch, you know, it's hot, you know, it's a flame, you know, it'll burn you, you know. And then there's other people that, you know, yeah, that they look at it that basic and that's like the end of subject for them. But then there's people that actually like play and manipulate fire and stuff and everything, you know. And to them, fire is not this, you know, strictly in a box, you know, like view, you know, where it's just like, oh, hot, burn you, stay away, you know. There's people that are like, no, it'll only burn you if you disrespect it, you know. And that's just like people with dogs, you know. There's people that are petrified of dogs, you know, and they're like, oh, dog's gonna bite me and bad dog and I hate dogs. As a matter of fact, my cousin was one. Like, he got bit when he was little, and from there on out, you know, he just was petrified of dogs. And then I think also it wasn't just that. Like, before he got bit, they had a puppy, and my older cousin that was his mother was not the most responsible, is the best way I can think of to respectfully word it. And he was like 2, and he wanted to give the puppy a bath by himself while his mom was like intoxicated, I guess, or asleep, or both. And he it's so sad, because I can only imagine how that hurt my baby's heart, because like, and I wish to God I would have been there, that way it wouldn't have happened, because any traumatic experience, I don't want it to happen to nobody. But he decided he was like 2.5, I think, and he decided to give the puppy a bath in the kitchen sink, and he accidentally drowned his puppy. And he didn't know any better, you know, and he thought he was just giving the dog a bath because he'd watched his mom give the dog a bath, you know. And, you know, my cousin told me about it, and she's like, it broke my heart, you know, and it broke his heart too, you know, and he cried, and I cried. But, then when he got a little older, they didn't get another dog, but he got bit by a dog, and from there on out, for like years, like, he was scared to death of dogs. Like, he didn't want nothing to do with them. But he grew out of it, which most people kind of do, but some people don't. But it's like, everything is perception and how you perceive it, and you can change how you perceive things. And that's even like me. I could sit here and I could be this person that's like, oh, well, my childhood's just my childhood, and that's just my life, and fuck it, and grow past it, and whatever, and this and that, you know, and everything like that. And I get that people are like that, and I get that people are even smartasses like that. Well, just because your childhood was shitty doesn't mean that you should be a shitty person. How am I being a shitty person? You know, and then it's like, oh, okay, I'm being a shitty person because I want to talk about things, you know, and this and that. And I get that that's their perception on the subject. But my perception is, I just want my kid home. I want a job, you know, and a vehicle. I want medical insurance and to go to the doctor and figure out what's going on with me medically for as far as my ankle and shit, because it annoys the hell out of me, you know. And I want to go to a doctor, and I haven't been to a doctor for an overall health check in I don't know how long, you know. And I want to go to a dentist and get this taken care of, this rotted tooth back here. But you know, it's just like they're saying, you know, or some people say. Some people disagree, you know, some people disagree that traumatic events, you know, can affect the way you perceive things. But then some people understand that it affects the way that you perceive things. And I've been through some shit, you know, and so it affects the way I perceive things. It affects the way that I trust people. It affects the way that I interact with people. It affects everything about me. But apparently my parenting was always good. I always got compliments from everybody. I'm still recommended as a babysitter. As a matter of fact, when I went over to where I used to work just a few nights ago, this girl's there and she's got her 3-month-old baby and she's like, I want to go out and smoke. And I was like, you know, and she handed me her baby and like I'm walking around with her baby and then she comes back in and she's like, I need a babysitter. She's like, would you be interested? You know, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess, but I can't babysit technically, like where I'm living. I was like, so, and she's like, oh, I'll come pick you up and you can babysit at my house, you know, and I was like, okay, you know, but I haven't heard anything from her since, you know, that was a few days ago, but, like, I mean, I don't know. And that's like Jen said, you know, when she was describing me to one of her friends, she's like, oh, Heather's this little cinnamon bun roll or sweet something or whatever that's too, you know, nice and kind for this world and that and this and everything. And I was just like, oh, you know, and then I was like, really? So apparently, you know, because you know, I'm human. I have my good and my bad. I have my light and my dark, you know, and everything else. And it's like, that's the reason I've got on here before and been like, don't mess with me, you know, and stuff, is because that's when my dark kicks in, is when it's like life or death. When it's like life or death or something, then yeah, you know. But other than that, I'm going to end it here. I hope you're doing well. If you want to talk to me, hit me up on my messenger. You know, if you need somebody to talk to, you know, hit me up on my messenger. Other than that, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you're doing good. I hope your family's doing good and all your loved ones. And I wish you the best. And I wish you the best. I'm trying to think of, like, I feel like every time I watch it back, and I feel like whenever I watch this part where I'm, like, signing off, I'm like, is there anything else that I want to say, and how would I word it, and, like, I don't know, and it's like I'm so just, yeah. But anyways, I hope you're doing good, you know, and everything, and I will catch you in tomorrow's video, and just, you know, keep trying, keep pushing, keep putting your best foot forward, and I'll catch you later.